Welcome back, listeners. We're the team from Morss Global Finance, ready for another deep dive.
Always ready to dig in.
I'm John, and today we're focusing on, well, it's ITM Trading. They've been around, almost 30 years in the precious metals world.
That's a pretty significant track record, especially in a field like investing.
Exactly. And for anyone listening who's, thinking about what to do with their portfolio right now.
Especially with how things are economically.
Yeah. This deep dive could be really relevant. We want to see if ITM lives up to, its reputation.
And, more importantly, does what they offer actually fit what you need as a listener for your goals?
That's the key.
Yeah.
So we've done a ton of research on ITM Trading. Going to break it all down, no opinions, just the facts.
Just the facts.
All right, so basic overview. ITM Trading, family-run business, founded back in 1995. They're out in Phoenix, Arizona. And their main thing is guiding investors towards precious metals.
Mostly gold and silver, right?
Yep. As a way to protect and hopefully grow wealth. But here's what stood out to me. Their huge emphasis on educating people.
I saw that too, yeah. Like they really want to make sure you understand things before jumping in.
Which makes sense, right? Informed decisions, not just buy this.
Right, exactly.
So the founder was a guy named Craig Griffin. His son, Eric, is now the president and CEO.
Keeping it in the family.
It seems like a big part of their whole, identity as a company is building those strong relationships, not just making sales.
It's interesting how they talk about their mission, too. It's not just buy gold, it'll save you. It's more about understanding risk, financial risk, and how to, lessen that for a secure future.
Almost like they're partners in helping you achieve financial freedom or protect, your legacy.
That's a really good way to put it, yeah. It's a broader perspective than just buying and selling.
Which, speaking of buying and selling, let's get into what ITM actually offers, right? They've got a pretty wide variety of gold and silver bullion, bars, coins.
They had something about pre-1933 gold coins, which is fascinating.
Oh, yeah, like holding a piece of history.
Yeah, it's a direct link to when U.S. money was actually backed by gold.
It makes you wonder, why emphasize those coins specifically? What's that say about their whole investment philosophy,
That's a really good point. It could be they're saying, look, gold has lasted even when regular money's messed up, like appealing to people worried about inflation or the dollar being unstable.
That's insightful. Adds a whole other layer, doesn't it?
Yeah.
And they also offer IRA-approved bullion, which is huge for anyone thinking about retirement and wanting something tangible in their savings.
IRA approved basically means the IRS says it's cool to have certain kinds of gold and silver in your retirement account.
And ITM, they walk you through all that.
Oh, yeah. They even work with this custodian Gold Star Trust to make sure it's all legit. They want to make it simple, secure.
So not just buy gold, it's here's how gold fits into your whole retirement plan.
Exactly. One-stop shop for setting it all up.
Makes sense. Yeah. Which leads us to the services they provide. They go beyond just those buy-sell transactions, which a lot of companies do, but these guys.
The one that jumped out at me was their Wealth Shield strategy session. Sounds intense.
Intense, yeah, but what does it actually mean?
Right, like how does that work?
From what we found, it's basically a one-on-one meeting with, an ITM expert. They go deep into what you're worried about financially, what you want to achieve.
So it's personalized, not just a general sales pitch.
Yeah, they tailor a strategy using precious metals just for you.
Which, again, shows they're trying to match what you need, not just what they can sell.
Definitely. It fits with their whole education thing and building that client relationship. But, of course, we got to see if they actually deliver on that, right?
That's where those client reviews come in.
Oh, great point. ITM Trading, they're boasting these great reviews everywhere. Google, Better Business Bureau, Shopper Approved. People are saying they're fast, knowledgeable.
Seems like they've built a solid reputation over the years. A lot of mentions about how helpful their staff is.
One person, Keely C., specifically called out an employee for making her feel valued as a customer.
That personal touch can make all the difference, especially when you're talking about your money and future.
Absolutely. But, full transparency, there were a few mentions about some hiccups with shipping address changes.
Oh, really? Like what?
Not a ton, but some people had trouble updating their info after placing an order. Something to be aware of?
Yeah, even a small number of negative reviews can be telling.
Exactly. Balanced perspective is key. Got to acknowledge the good and the not so good.
So we've seen their commitment to teaching people, personalized service. But how do they actually handle the risks that come with investing? The market goes up, down.
Crucial question.
Yeah.
Let's dig into their strategies and see what we find.
Their whole approach to risk is really tied to using precious metals, right, as like a hedge against inflation, all that economic uncertainty.
Yeah, gold and silver have always been seen as those safe havens, especially when things get rough.
They tend to hold their value, sometimes even go UP when other stuff like stocks or bonds are tanking.
So putting some precious metals into your portfolio, it's like creating a cushion against those potential losses.
Exactly. But it's not just about having ANY gold or silver. It's about the right types, the right forms, matching your risk tolerance, what you're actually trying to achieve.
Which is where ITM Trading's expertise and all those resources come in, right? They help you navigate that.
Exactly. They break down those bullion products, like what's the purity, the weight, even the history behind some of those coins.
They really seem to believe that if you understand it, you're better able to manage the risks.
Makes sense. And their Wealth Shield strategy session, that seems to be key here. Not just buying gold, it's building a whole strategy around your situation.
Like, let's build you a financial fortress, ready for whatever storm comes.
Love that analogy. Really does capture it. But even with the best strategy, there's always some risk inherent to investing, period.
Of course. And ITM Trading, to their credit, they acknowledge that.
Yeah.
They're big on knowing your own risk tolerance, your goals.
They even say, hey, do your own research. Talk to a financial advisor if you need to.
It's nice to see a company that's not just pushing a product, but saying, be smart about this.
Right. Seems like a good balance, promoting what they do while also making sure you, the investor, are making informed choices.
So let's recap. What are the advantages we've seen with ITM Trading so far?
Well, their history is a big one. They've been around almost 30 years in this market. That means something. Stability, expertise.
And the variety of what they offer. Coins, bars, IRAs. They can match a lot of different investor needs.
And they really seem to be customer-focused. Education, personalized guidance, building those relationships.
Plus, their focus on managing risk, diversifying, planning strategically. That's attractive in today's economy.
But what about the downsides? Anything to be cautious about?
We did mention those shipping address issues, right? Not a ton of complaints, but still something to keep in mind.
Good catch. And, obviously, no matter what you invest in, there's risk. Precious metals prices can fluctuate.
Past performance does not guarantee future results.
Oh, right.
The classic disclaimer.
Exactly. No one can predict the market perfectly, not even ITM Trading, helpful as they are.
Gotta remember, no investment is a sure thing.
And some folks found their website a little tough to navigate, even though it has a ton of information.
Yeah, a more user-friendly website would be a plus. So taking it all in, the big question, is ITM Trading legit? Can they be trusted? Everything we've seen says, yeah, they seem to be. Good online reputation, long track record, accredited by the Better Business Bureau.
Checks the boxes on credibility, but as always, do your own research too.
Absolutely. Don't just take our word for it. Read those reviews, compare ITM to other companies, talk to a financial advisor if you need to. So big picture, it sounds like ITM Trading is a solid option if you're in the precious metals market. They've got the experience, almost 30 years, the range of products, and they really seem to care about their clients.
That focus on relationships, helping people figure out this whole precious metals thing,
Yeah.
it's definitely something you don't see everywhere.
But gotta say it again, ANY investment has its risks. Things to think about carefully.
Always do your research, know what those risks are, and make sure ITM Trading really fits what you want, your goals, your risk tolerance, all that.
We always tell our listeners, be informed, be proactive. When it comes to your money, knowledge is key.
Absolutely. And in the investing world, that knowledge can make a huge difference, for a more secure, better future.
So here's something to consider as you think about all this, about whether precious metals have a place in your financial plan. We're living in a time where, well, the economy's uncertain, markets are all over the place. Could having those tangible assets, that gold, that silver, actually bring you some peace of mind, some long-term stability?
That's a great question to ponder. Really gets you thinking.
Thanks for joining us for this deep dive into ITM Trading. Hope we shed some light on things for you.
And remember, no matter what, the path to a strong financial future starts with being informed, making those smart choices.
Until next time, keep learning, keep asking questions, and we'll see you back here for another deep dive.